Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 3v3 match on the map Super Mekong. I'm starting in the middle right hand position and playing as the allies, as you can see from my starting light tank and medium tank. So for those of you who haven't played this map, what you've got is you've got two sides, a left hand side and a right hand side, and it's separated, as you can see, by a river. And there's about 3 entry points along that river, one at the top, one near the bottom, and one in the middle. And I'm looking at the one in the middle at the moment, just to see if any other teams are trying to go through there. And we can see that Cyan is trying to send a troop that way, but we're being able to block that. And from what I can see, I can't see any other tanks or anything like that around that area. And now I'm just putting that ore refinery down, building a silo as well, because there are some gems on this map. I don't want to lose any money. And I'm going to be building 2 ore factories straight off, as it's an ore and gem map. I'm just trying to get some scouting done at the moment, as much as possible really. I'm going to near the base of Cyan, I think it is, and yep, and I'm getting quite a lot of visibility, which is really good because it's going to mean I'm going to be able to see any attacks that are incoming. You can see yellow's just above me, so there's a low probability that I'm going to get attacked early on, but who knows. And I'm on to my second war factory. I'm going to be building 2 orc trucks straight away, just so I can keep that production up. And we can see that Cyan is, well, he's been a bit lax at the moment. He's not noticed I'm in his base. And yeah, I could destroy things, but I think Cyan's not like, he's quite a new player, so I don't want to exactly just destroy his buildings. There'd be not much point in that. And you can see our teammate has been defeated. And we're just going to try and squash these infantry as well. Cyan, I think, was doing a little bit of an infantry rush there, but we'll be able to stop that mostly. And you can see he's lost most of his troops there, so he's not going to be too much of a threat anymore. And that teammate was below there, so it looks like my teammate got infantry rushed and he wasn't prepared to defend. So this puts us in a hard position now, because what that means is that it's a 3v2 match effectively from now on. It doesn't look like my teammate's being able to destroy much, so it looks like Orange should be still in pretty decent shape, as it was only an infantry rush after all. And he's got a bit of visibility on my base. Now you can see that he's sending infantry round. I'm just going to put some pillboxes down, because those infantry look like they're going to go around the back. So I'm just going to need some extra defences on the important parts of my base, like the war factories, like the construction yard, just to make sure they don't get destroyed. And we can see he's got some infantry there, but we're going to go past them. We do have tanks, and we're going to go to his base. I'm just keeping on placing a few of those few more of those pillboxes, just so those infantry don't come back to haunt me. Right, so we're going in for the base now. See what Orange has got. And he's got a Tesla coil there, and this is where I'm glad I was building medium tanks, because medium tanks don't do too badly against Tesla coils, although it's being able to get rid of one. And now that I've got the tank numbers, well, I've got an extra tank anyway, I'm going to be able to go for those ore trucks, and that's going to really hurt Orange's economy. So I'm going to be able to outproduce him in tanks and hopefully destroy the whole of his base. And you can see he's doing whatever he can to protect his ore trucks, but it's just going to be no use at this point. He's only got 1 ore truck left. We'll go for that ore refinery, so he won't be able to collect any more ore, because I suspect he might be quite low on ore right now. I'm going to go for that construction yard as well. And once we get the construction yard down, we know he can no longer build an ore refinery. And that's pretty much Orange out of the game. And we're just getting that extra ore refinery down now. But I'm just destroying these tanks first before I do that. Just clear it up. He's still producing more tanks, but he can't have that much left in the funds at this point in the game. And we'll get rid of those 2 flamethrowers. Can be quite annoying. You can see some of my tanks are at quite low health right now. And we'll put that ore refinery just there. And I'm going to build a large power plant just to get myself back right. So we can see he's got infantry. So I probably need to get rid of that, actually, that barracks. It could be quite annoying. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to build a radar dome. Just so I can see what's going on in different parts of the map. We have to remember there are 2 teams to the top left of the map. And they could be attacking my teammate. So we just need to be very, very careful of them. And I'm just bringing all those medium tanks down to this position here. What my plan is probably going to be for this game is just bring my tanks down to the bottom end of the map. And then attack from the bottom upwards. That'd probably be the best strategy. Because the small points, the entry points onto the right and left side of the map are probably going to be very well guarded. Yeah, and something was going on there. And you can see he's brought those troops from earlier. He's actually brought them through. So we're going to need to be able to defend that. I thought I placed a pillbox there earlier, actually, but maybe not. Anyway, we're getting rid of those troops. They don't seem to be too much hassle anymore. Just got some tanks there to deal with them if I needed to. And now we can go back to that bottom part of the map. And what we'll do is we'll go straight for his barracks, and then orange will be destroyed. And we'll just have to focus on cyan and blue. I think it's blue. Yeah, it's blue. Right, so we'll take out that barracks, and that means he can't produce anything else, and then once we get rid of these power plants, he'll be officially out of this game. And now we're going to push upwards towards Cyan's base. We'll see what Cyan's got, so we can see he's got a couple of ore refineries, and he does seem to be using quite a bit of ore as well. Anyway, we'll get our medium tanks up there and see if he notices us coming. So he's got 1 tank on the defence there, but that's going to be no problem at all. And we'll go for those ore refineries to start with. And we can see that blue is already needing ore from the bottom part of the map. So what that tells me is he's probably got a lot of ore trucks. And we can see this is bad for me because Cyan has got Tesla troops, and they're really effective against tanks because you can't squash them and they deal a lot of damage. Now, here there's been a bit of a misplay from me because I've lost power plant because I've brought these tanks through and there's actually a load of Tesla coils there, so I'm going to have to destroy those Tesla coils first. So that was a bit of a mistake from me there. But now that I've destroyed Cyan's construction yard, he's not going to be able to rebuild any of these Tesla coils that I'm destroying. And I'm going to need to get to my base. And what we can see is there's actually a Tanya there. So, because I was expanding southwards, because I wanted to get to that extra ore patch, he's actually brought a Tanya and destroyed those buildings just to the south of my base. So I'm going to be needing to build like pillboxes around those areas. And there's a big fight going on here between, you can see blue's here with his heavy tanks, and we can see cyan's there as well. And we've got yellow with the lights. And I don't think we can actually win this, but we can do some good damage. You can see that blue's not moving his tanks around a lot. So we are getting quite a good trade here. And we've managed to whittle down those forces quite considerably. Oh, and that's why blue was... I think he's managed to destroy my construction yard. I think he might have just got it at an angle with the Tanya, where the Tanya was just able to get in time before being destroyed by the pillboxes. So that was a bit of a misplay by me there. So we're down a construction yard, which isn't that good. But we've still got a lot of pillboxes surrounding the main point. You can see that pillbox right next to that ore refinery, which is really good. We've got a pillbox next to the war factory, so we should be okay from now on, hopefully. We just need to be careful of that large power plant, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to be low on power. We're just going to have to keep an extra eye out there, because we don't have a radar dome either. But we can see that Cyan is struggling quite a bit now, and we will need to be able to... Wow, I think actually they've already got a barracks. So yeah, he'll only be able to build troops, he won't be able to build any more tanks. And again, I'm just bringing my troops to the bottom of the map. It's just a lot more effective from attacking from this bottom part than trying to get through that narrow gap, where there's a load of tanks at either side. You can see yellow's blocking our side, and the other team will be blocking their side as well.
Unit ready. Building.
And I'm just having a little look around here. We can see that that ore patch is nearly completely gone now. And we can see that blue is actually taking his ore refinery right to the south. So that's some long distance ore mining there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in for this ore refinery kill. Because if we destroy this ore refinery, that means that Cyan has no more ore coming in. And therefore they will be pretty much out of the game. The problem is there's just no way I can fight those Tesla troops with this number of tanks. I'll need a lot more tanks, or maybe get some artillery later on, because they can be quite effective against troops in general. And we're going to go up to Blue's base, see what's going on, see what he's got there. And as we can see, it's been destroyed, like the ore patch has been all used up. We're just going to get rid of that Tesla coil, which is quite annoying. And we're just going to delve a little bit into his base, get a bit of an idea of what he's been doing, apart from massing ore trucks. And we're going to go for that construction yard, see if we can get it down. And it's looking very, very good. And he's sold it. And I think that looks like his only construction yard. And I think if he had built a service depot, I think he would have sent an MCV down south by now, instead of doing that long distance ore mining.
Unit ready.
So yeah, it's not looking too bad. We can see that Cyan has a lot of trucks just, well, not doing anything now, of course, because all his ore refineries have been destroyed. And he's taking his tanks down to the bottom of the map.
Unit ready.
And we can see Blue's doing some scouting, so I mean, it's not too bad that, because he doesn't have exactly a air force, and he's not really going to be able. I guess he could build helicopters, but he's going to have a hard time getting an air force, because he can't build any more helipads, or he can't build any more of those airport type things. I've forgotten what they're called.
Unit ready. Building.
Oh, and yellow. Yellow has actually been almost destroyed completely, and that's bad. That's really bad. Yellow doesn't have any ore trucks. Well, he has no ore anymore, so he's basically out of it. He's just got the tanks left that he's got there. So yeah, that's not good at all. Yellow's base has just been pretty much destroyed, apart from a few buildings. And we're going to be sending our tanks down to the south here to battle with Cyan. And Yellow has tapped out. And yeah, this is where I quit. So I ended up quitting at the end of that match, but on reflection, I think I probably should have fought it out. I certainly was at a disadvantage, and I think I probably would have lost at the end, but I don't think it was quite fully over. As you saw, Cyan had lost all the buildings, like the ore refineries, so they wouldn't be able to produce any more troops. They just had what they had, and once they were gone, they were gone. And you could see there was also Blue in the game as well. And what we could see from Blue is the construction yard had been destroyed, so they weren't going to be able to build any more buildings. And any mining they were doing, they were having to go right to the south. So that was a lot of travelling done by ore trucks, so they wouldn't be able to gather very quickly. I mean, if Yellow had stayed, it would have been a lot better, because even though Yellow had lost the buildings, they still had a lot of tanks, and those tanks could have helped take out Cyan, or they could have helped fight Blue, or take out more buildings. So it was a bit of a shame that Yellow quit in that game. Even regardless of that, though, I think I should have fought on, and who knows, it could have turned out differently. It might have just stayed the same though, and they might have won. They certainly had the advantage at that point. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.